Welcome again to the Deb of Night.
Welcome. We're back to streaming Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And for those of you watching the VOD, you can just skip ahead to the part where we got the game on screen.
No. Those of you watching the VOD, you have to start praying because, like, God is omnipotent and stuff, so he could work, like, in the past or the... Yeah, it's like transcends time and stuff, right?
Oh.
Yeah, so if they pray in the future, it'll probably help us out right now. It looks like we need the help.
Yeah. You should have prayed harder.
Yeah, judging you, VOD Squad. I never know if the TV is turning on or if it's just like on a long vacation after being turned off.
It's one of those things.
Like stuff when you turn it on should turn on and when you turn it off should turn off.
Yeah. And when you turn it on sleep, you should just go to sleep and never wake up ever again.
Not coma?
Yeah, not coma.
Alright, so it looks like it's in the corner there.
Alright. Hey,
Like,
welcome to chat. Says, what be up?
Willkommen. What is up? Saturn. You know what Saturn is?
Yes.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's weird you're, like, evasive about what Saturn is. I don't know if you do know what Saturn is.
Planet?
Yeah.
Why are you acting weird about Saturn?
Why are you acting weird about Saturn?
Are you hiding something?
Did you have to look it up? Planet. God. It's so stupid.
Quick, what is a woman? What is a woman? Or it's name a woman. What is a woman would be much more controversial to young people. For those of you, I'm referring to a video.
Yeah, it's
where a guy is doing like one of those quick questions on the street for like winning $1 or something, but like he's just like screaming questions at people and they can't answer him because they're too stressed out. It's like, name a woman, name any woman, and they can't think of anything.
The first woman that would like come to mind would be like Aphrodite or like Hera or something. Like like it would be like mythological women or like female video game characters.
Yeah.
All right, let's go for let's mix things up. Let's go for the Windows key D. Minimize everything. Just shut everything down. We go Windows key tab. It's the same thing as Alt tab, but it's a little prettier. A little fancier, a little more modern. A little modern touch on this, this
modern problems require modern solutions.
I mean, if you ask Conan, modern problems require barbaric solutions. So you know what? We're gonna close the game. Don't worry, we're still gonna play the game. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna click play again. We're just gonna open it up from scratch. And you know what? It's okay. I'm not stressed because we have this beautiful splash screen which tells everyone what we're doing. We're playing Vampires the Masquerade Bloodline. It's just like a loading screen. An extremely long loading screen. One that might never end. It's a mystery. Let's see. Do we feel like opening today? Oh, I can hear the sounds of the game. That's one step up. Mia, Eva Braun.
I hope you are proud of that stream title.
Holy shit, the game opened.
What?
Oh, no. It's
Oh no, it changed its mind.
Yeah.
It's just like, actually, today I'm going to be gay.
Yes.
And I turned back off.
What is the stream title?
Oh.
Getting down in Chinatown.
Just, yeah. I've run out of suck.
Here's a question, right? How hard is it to tell if something rhymes in other languages? You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
You know, because, like, I feel like in German class, they were like, he like showed this like combination of words. He's like, oh, it's a little helpful rhyme or whatever, and I was like, how the fuck does that rhyme? And then like I said it, and I was like, oh yeah.
It's a little bit more difficult.
I bet it shows like a particular mastery of English that Pyroseer, the artist formerly known as Now, can tell when something rhymes.
Well, you listen to a lot of anime opening themes, and it doesn't even occur to you that the lyrics rhyme because they're just spitting them out so fast and you have no idea what they're saying. So it just doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not clarified in your brain, the information.
So let's, you know what? I don't like this instance of the game. We're gonna close it again. We're just gonna shut it. I'm gonna shut it the fuck up. How about that? And then we're gonna pop it open again. See how that works. It's, you know what this is? This is the pre-stream show. You know? It's like when the streamers, they turn on the music and then it's like stream starting soon and they have a countdown. Well, the countdown, just imagine it's like that, but the countdown is infinity. Question mark. Right?
Uh-huh.
Who knows if the game will ever appear? I don't know why it's so... I feel like it's only gotten worse with time. Like, the first time I launched it, after I installed it on this computer, I was like, oh wow, it just opens. Easy.
Yeah, it really does give you some trouble.
Okay, so we see the game, right? I see the game before me. I don't know if this is an illusion. I see it. I know you see it too. Oh, hands. Oh, like, velvet velour.
Because it's like, what happens at this point that causes the TV to be like, all of a sudden I don't see it. All of a sudden the game disappears.
Look at this. Look at this. We've got the game open. Mark it. Speedrunner. I'm a speedrunner. How many? What is it? How long does that take?
8 minutes.
8? Oh, you fucking... No way. 8 minutes? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
No, there's no way that took 8 minutes. That was like the fastest... I speed ran that.
Now it's the time to play Infernal again.
I wonder if your computer would just like work with this game.
I don't know.
You know what I realized?
What?
I'm the sickest dancer in the 7 seas. But I also...
You're pretty sick, yeah.
I also realized we upgraded Persuasion last time by like 1 point when we were seducing in Chinatown. I don't know why like the women in Santa Monica are sluttier than the women in downtown, and then Hollywood somehow it's like you meet a less slutty person.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
I guess maybe their thought process is that Hollywood elites would want somebody elite.
I guess I could see that.
I don't want to sleep with the peasants. But I mean, you're hot, so...
I am. It's more persuasive when you have the... Yeah. Turn down the...
There we go.
Now let's go through this section of turbo cancer.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Well, I realized I put another point to persuasion, so it might be enough to persuade this guy.
Okay.
So I thought I'd go give this a shot.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, what a spot for that card to drop on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, a fun fact about the Source Engine. Physics objects do not work.
Yeah.
They're bad. Not a lot of physics objects in the whole game. And the ones that are there, you're supposed to be like throwing. No! Is that...
And that does just land there, huh?
Yeah, is that really like supposed to be there? Like, am I... I mean, he can just get up here, so am I...
Can you jump over the car with how it's placed, or it's... Man. Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so last time it was actually just like...
Yeah.
Alright, now I don't know what this is gonna... Is that gonna explode or something, or...?
He wasn't even close to hitting you with that other car.
Now he's gotta have some ranks and potence for this shit.
No fire!
Oh boy.
Ah!
Am I... Yeah. So, the difference with like fire damage and vampires, right? It's like extremely difficult to heal. So, in the tabletop game, you have to spend 5 blood points. Default max blood points is 10. And like a person will typically, like the average person you find will have like 3 blood points in them or something. So you get 2 blood points out of a person, and then killing them would give you 3. And then like, I think like a police officer is considered like a more high quality person, depending on who your GM is, right? You could have some like all cops are bastards GM, and they'd be like, no, cops are 1 blood point, like rats. Yeah, I don't know how much blood points you get out of a rat actually, because it really, I don't know. I think maybe it's just Nosferatu that can feed on rats and get a blood point each. I don't know. Tell me why you did it. Okay. Bullshit vampire rules. Okay. You have to have more control. The beast talking. You better have more control. Do you think your family would be proud of how you're acting?
Come on.
Oh, I cut myself off. So if you take a point of aggravated damage, you can have like a max of 6 points of damage before you're like... I think the 6th point of damage will kill you. Masquerade violation?
What?
Because I convinced this guy to stop killing?
Yeah, I mean, you can still kill him, too. They still give you the option to, like... whatever. I don't know how that's a Masquerade violation, though.
I mean, it's not a Masquerade violation to not kill this guy. I've convinced him to stop causing Masquerade violations. It's not a redemption,
Yeah, right. But I mean, if they wanted you to kill this guy, you haven't decided whether or not to kill him yet. You're deciding now.
Yeah.
So I don't even get
Maybe
that
you get the
logic.
Going with your own life. Oh, I forgot to look up. I wish I could look it up like while the game is open, but to open up my phone. I'm supposed to have an extra point in. Supposed to have an extra point in firearms. What is this? Items? Get experience points. Get XP. Oh, gift XP. Okay, so how much... So I'm supposed to have a point in firearms and something else, I think. 3?
I guess you could look up the rewards for quest.
Gift XP 3. Okay. That's odd. I had 14 points and it swapped my points for... Yeah, there we go. Okay, because I was supposed to get a lesson from Romero and it just didn't work. And I think somewhere else I was supposed to have a point, but I don't remember. Yeah.
It is okay to cheat if the game is glitchy.
Yeah. Seems like kind of crazy. Like the boat section is so extremely hard. It's like such a roadblock for your progress, and it's so like stealth focused, despite stealth being kind of impossible. And I don't mind not doing stealth, but I don't want to kill like 30 cops. It's just too
right.
icky.
Yeah. It feels bad, man.
Okay. All the quests in Santa Monica have been taken care of. Quest for whatever her name is. Gotta... Okay, going to Chinatown for Barabbas.
Barabbas, yeah. Sounds fun.
Okay, and then I bet the same people could drive. Oh, anyway, so you have 6 points of health, I believe, but or 5, and then the 6 kills you, something like that. So 1 point of aggravated damage would be 5. Fire damage. That would be healed by 5 blood points, or I think hobos are 2 blood points or 1 blood point. I can't remember. I think it's up to the discretion of the person running the game. Like, you can't get any blood from a hobo unless you kill them. Kind of logic would be if you gave him 1 blood point, because the final blood point kills a person. So, anyway, you'd have to drain a lot of people to get 5 blood points. Is the point, and it would cost 5 blood points plus a night's sleep to heal a single point of aggravated damage, the damage from fire. So fire, very dangerous.
Yeah. Makes sense, though.
Yes. So if you have too many Masquerade violations... Oh, I do have one marked off. If you have too many Masquerade violations... vampire hunters know about you. And if you run out of Masquerade violations, the sheriff kills you.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
After all these missions you go on, you get killed by the sheriff?
If you run out of Masquerade violations, you betcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess,
You know where you're going?
well, obviously the gigantic Chinese building is where the person I had to talk to is. I was just wondering if there's other places I could explore first.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously the big important doors is the place where the big important quest happens. And we're in an Elysium.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Bitch, you want to say hi to me or something?
Hold on, question first. Disappointing.
Disappointed!
Are you descended from Cain?
Oh. Excuse me. Oh yeah, it's totally different. Please, go on and tell me about how you're superior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can tell in the tone of your voice.
Yo, disrespect this. See ya. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's so many characters in this game that are like, what? Magic? What? That's stupid.
It's so silly.
It's like, she's like acting as though it would be like, that's ridiculous. Vampires? What?
What?
An elder vampire being dangerous? What even is a train? I'll just lay on the tracks. Be right back.
Yes. I was I was breathed into life for a greater purpose. And that's what turned me into a British Chinese woman. The part of being a prideful prick came with the vampire contract? Is what Pyros here asks.
You don't know any yokai.
Alright.
Excellent. Looking for a missing Nosferatu. If the belt fits. Who's that?
Sounds like a start of a knock-knock joke. Wong Ho who?
What are you gonna do to stop me, huh? Splish splash. Just absolute savages leaving sardine cans all over the place. What's the cover story for this like giant Chinese temple? It's just, I don't know.
It's just Chinatown.
Is that a chick with no pants? I guess that's my job to go deal with this.
Investigate. Especially the chick with no pants.
Mm-hmm. No.
Excuse me, miss. I'd like to collect some data. Those lanterns. My poor brain understood it as wrong ho. Sorry.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, everybody. How do you know that I don't own that place, huh? Do they even have cops in Chinatown? You shut up. Okay, so started here. We go this way. And then, I don't know. What are we assuming that we're going this way? And then sewers? Am I meant to go follow into the sewers? Here? It's not. I don't know, I guess sewers it is.
I don't know. Can you like check your quests and it'll give you some direction, or it just always has the... Oh well.
This probably isn't the right place because I'm in a masquerade zone. If you look over the health bar, this little mask.
Okay.
So... Oh, because I'm not a Nosferatu, I can't use that. Find a ladder.
Hey, Gabe the Jen, welcome to chat.
Isn't there like a sewer apartment you get and you can unlock posters and stuff? Isn't that a thing? How do you do that?
A sewer you get to unlock posters?
It's an apartment. You get like an extra... Well, hello. Those are some pokies.
Those are some headlights right there.
Oh, maybe they could have gone this way? Okay. And then this. No. Not in that. What? So I don't know. What am I supposed to observe by seeing this stupid thing?
Is there stuff to pick up, interact with?
I guess it's just the normal going-ons of Chinatown. No, it probably is part of a quest, but I just don't give a shit.
Gabe the Gen says, perhaps when you become part turtle, you will get that sewer apartment. Cowabunga.
Do it again.
Suck.
I'll get a taste. Okay. Let me get over here. Alright, the proprietor. Oh. You.
Oh god, that level. Alright.
Guard front door hidden. Guard. Is that you supposed to be on the phone?
Well, anyway.
Second floor.
Yep. So I guess we look for stairs now. I think she would have directed us to where to go, but nope. Yeah, right. Like you wouldn't be able to jump over that. She seems very excited. Oh.
What in the absolute fuck?
To the second floor. You'd think that she would have explained that there's a hidden elevator. That seems like needed information. Hello.
Oh, yeah. What do you? What the hell's going on around here?
Oh no! How is Kiki gonna deliver those packages now? Hey, the pharmacist.
Inconsiderate behavior. No,
Says Daddy Adam's sucking off some Chinese dudes tonight. The suck continues. The tongue.
That makes Daddy angry. Do you know where she is? I'll go get her.
You know, the phone works a lot better when you keep holding it to your face.
Yeah, his hair looks pretty fake, you know? Just noticing that. Didn't sound like the tongue, 'cause I'm a genius. Yes, a friend. I got that. A friend that's very good. Yep. I don't like that either. Okay, bring her back safely. Okay, let me go take care of that.
Alright. Bring the flamethrower. And let's just go to town on the massage parlor.
Okay.
So let's see. Which one of these buildings?
It's this one. It's exactly where I thought they ran into. It just, they wouldn't open it because I didn't talk to someone. Retarded.
That's linear gameplay, folks. Whoa, hey, calm down. Oh my god,
sorry.
your punches. Like a beast.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. Okay. That's better.
Difficulty 10. Okay. Hang on. Just a moment. Oops. Why don't we go for oops. Hey, listen, I need to borrow something. Your blood. You
Ah,
are all quite naughty.
man. Broken a kiss. Oh, you come outside for
Naughty,
soup?
naughty.
Oh my goodness. Alright.
I mean,
Let me in.
you're
Haha.
gonna open the door for me.
Stupid. Fuck you all. Just for being annoying. I love how calm they are fighting for their lives, though. It's just like, hey, hold it. Wait a minute. Stop right there.
Also talking in English, out of consideration.
Yeah, right. Game of the Gen says, meanwhile, I'm trying not to get sucked off in Vampires and Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. Pharmacist says Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is being shown at some sort of gaming stream in 90 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Canadian villains. Yes. The Canadian Chinese villains. Oh, hold on a second there. Oh, hey there, fellow. Stop that.
Excuse me. Gotta get a suck. Figure I might as well be spending all the blood on these buffs while I have like an excess. Yeah, that's cool, dude. I guess I'll just. Oh, I was gonna go for the stylish. Little taste. You know, something makes me suspect you're not a masseuse.
What would make you say that?
It's an interesting massage outfit she's got on over there.
She really needs to put her back into it, you know? What are you doing?
I guess it's all just like actual massage rooms. So the door that that they opened for me.
Wham.
I'll just take all that.
Yeah, that's mine now.
Okay.
Using a guy that has a werewolf form. Wonder how she does her massages. Yes.
It's interesting massage surveillance over here.
yes. Massage people, of course.
There's just a sink in there.
Yes. There's some nice massages that you would get here. Gotta keep a record of such massages.
Condom dispenser.
All
Useful.
the better to massage with. The guy's just clipping so hard.
Useful massage implement. Can I get a... Oh, she must not be affected by it, because
Yeah, I guess not.
it's pretty decent proportions for not being affected by the...
Well, she is a masseuse.
Oh, you know, I could have blood shield on.
Parasir says it's an Asian massage parlor. They can make sexual just 'cause they can.
I think blood buff should do it. It really does make a lot of sense to... The way they... So I guess I need to find a key? Is this my doing all this blood?
Yeah. I would assume so.
You
So,
trying to
Will,
shoot me?
You want to bathe with me? Seems pretty cool. I love how he has his pants on as he's taking a bath. Ah, there it is. Oh.
Want some of that supernatural blood.
At least that's what the closet horny Asian stereotype teach to me.
You know... Something so satisfying about just ring-a-ding-dinging people. Getting blood everywhere in here.
Yeah.
Just
Awesome.
an empty locker?
I guess you can interact with all of them?
No.
No. It's just... They just really wanted you to see the empty locker.
It's marked. Maybe there's a quest later when you're not slaughtering the whole place.
Oh yeah, you have the
God.
blood armor.
Just terribly designed map. Okay. So it's like messing around with.
That's interesting.
I was messing around with like just looking at the rule book, and I was of the tabletop version of this, and I was like thinking of different like character concepts that would be interesting. And I was thinking like there's a way for the Samisi, the guy with the crazy like flesh horns and stuff. That class has an ability to kind of change around stat points to some extent, and I was curious to what extent you could do that to like make a better character for this or that. And I was curious, could you just like increase your strength to the point where you're like super strong? And it seems like you have to reallocate points. You can't just create points in everything except for appearance. So theoretically, you could have a Samisi that instead of being a horrific freak would want to make themselves super, super beautiful. And it was interesting. I mean, you would need to get 5 successes that are difficulty 10. So you'd have to roll a 10 or higher on a 10-sided die, meaning a 10.
Just can't open the doors.
I guess.
What are you hiding, stall?
Oh, I guess they forgot to add the.
Finish it, yeah.
Yeah.
I know the secrets. Our whole life is dictated by a big text that says Masquerade violation. That's what Pyrosaur says.
Yeah. Well, if we got one more Masquerade violation, there would start to be some interesting stuff would happen. Now, can I literally not complete this quest if I can't pick a difficulty 7 lock?
It seems kind of silly.
It's fairly cheap to invest in getting one more point, though. So, might as well.
Bloodbuff?
Yeah. In a sense, it almost makes no sense to upgrade your dexterity. I think I cheated my dexterity higher, but it's pretty valueless because any like sort of check you would need.
Hey.
Is this supposed to be you imprisoned, dude? Did they board you into a closet?
That is quite silly. I mean, was the lock not enough?
This is so goofy.
This is really goofy, yeah.
I shudder to think what they used this room for. Deb of the Night? Oh. Okay, let's see.
Could have just showed her, like, chained to the bed or something, I don't know.
Is that because you're stupid?
Okay. What?
It's a Star Wars reference. I think they say, "Aren't you a little short?" Princess Leia, when he walks in, says, "Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?"
Right.
And yeah, I remember we were going on that ride or the VR thing in Disney, and I was like and I saw
You're a
you,
little short
and
for
you
a stormtrooper.
you were so short for a stormtrooper. The whole thing was so funny because it like scales the whole appearance of your body based on how tall you
I
are.
can only imagine how tiny I must have looked.
You look so tiny because everything got scaled down.
Yeah.
So then you were like this
It's
little
just a little
stormtrooper. But then my brother's very tall, so they made him this massive thing. So my companions were like this tiny, like midget stormtrooper. Like you were so small that all the parts of the armor were like very cramped together.
Kaylee Jen says, guess crawling wasn't a thought for her.
Yeah, I guess not. And then I think, I guess she's saying, aren't you a little tall for a Tonk? Because
Because Asian?
yeah, Asian, all the character defaults are white.
To think it would click in her brain that, like, it's not part of this gang.
There's all this shooting going on.
Yeah, like,
I'm covered in blood.
I'm not Asian. There we go. I can just imagine this dad being like, oh, my sweet baby girl. And she's like, Dad.
That's better. Now here's the real question.
No.
You're hopeless.
Useless.
Can I drink?
Look at her hair.
It's going Super Saiyan. Is that
Is
could
that the physics?
could that be possibly
That's
affected?
where the physics go?
No, it's just
No, it's just
that's just-
crazy.
she's
She
just.
just has a crazy hair.
I don't even think it's supposed to be ponytail. I think she's just that way.
I think she's just like a reverse unicorn. It's just going out the other side. What's that supposed to mean? Bitch.
Excuse me. Just need to drink some of your blood.
Is she going to... Okay.
She's probably in on the masquerade, you know.
Alright, yeah. I mean, she didn't scream in horror, so I guess that's fine.
I mean, there's gonna be some questions.
Yeah. Well, she is confused. Clearly. So I guess you just go back to the father and that's fine?
Oh, right, the father. He's in the Red Dragon, which is that one, I guess. I mean,
That is a red dragon.
it's like back to medieval times, and you can't quite read the signs. You're like, yeah.
It's like playing Lies of P and you have to squint to realize that it's actually words at the bottom.
Okay. I wish I could just like smash through the glass. Oh, what's over here?
The office.
Just bashed over his chair. A lunatic.
Hack that computer and learn his secrets. Yep, that's me.
It's the least I could do now. Can you help me? Looking for someone who's gone missing in Chinatown.
How do I tell you?
Ah, interesting.
Well, he's an importer-exporter.
Yeah. Questions about Chinatown? Glaze? What the fuck? What?
He's a real donut.
Okay. Two other questions. Okay, I guess I don't have any other questions.
Alrighty.
The glaze. I should check out the glaze.
I guess so. Sounds delicious.
Yeah. All right. The import-export warehouse is also the place that has the shark in it, right?
Oh.
So, well, we don't know it's a shark yet. I know it's a shark. At least I remember it being a shark. If I'm wrong, that's even funnier.
Alright.
I know I go in here at some point, but this is probably not a warehouse, right? This must be where the glaze is, right?
I
That
don't
even- That says imports.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
That's a
literally.
much better sign than some of the signs around here.
Yeah, I
Can't
can-
miss that one.
Yeah, I can read that. Golden Ocean's Fish Market. That's an ironic place. You have a whole green light just for this driveway? Something about the scale of this game is off. Like, these aren't city streets. These are so narrow. And I know that, like, bigger stuff doesn't really affect the source engine that badly. Not compared to, like, extra vertices or something. Like having a smooth wall instead of a corner. That will fuck the system up. There's a way of getting around it, but not recommended. Extra light entities is also not amazing. You wonder where the glaze is. I couldn't even find it on a map, could I? Because the maps are so...
The maps just don't work.
Yeah. We've got the White Cloud. I don't know, have I been in there? Kamikaze Zen. Let's see. Money.
Murder, eh?
Sorry, I'm looking at the screen. Interesting.
Okay.
I guess I'll have to get that key. Where can I find Lou? Oh, right. It's the guy in the, yeah.
Alright. Cool. Let's go kill Lou.
Well, probably a much longer quest than that. Like, convince both of them to cut me in. Something. What's going on in here? What?
Yeah.
Does he have bichromatic eyes?
You know, it's hard to tell with those lighting effects, isn't it? I think it might just be the yellow light on one eye and the blue light on the other.
Uh-huh.
Man, even in video games, store clerks think we're trying to steal their shit.
Alright. Okay.
He seems like the type of guy to buy talismans from. Jackie, use the talisman.
Can't even break into the sky. It's fucking weird, huh?
Yes, he is a bit weird.
Not glaze. We did not
Glaze.
find glaze.
Where are we supposed to be looking for glaze? Did they give you some direction?
No.
No, they're just like, go find glaze.
No, you're not supposed to find glaze.
Oh, you're not supposed to, okay.
No, it's just a point of interest in the town. Or in this zone, rather. I don't suppose there's anything at this corner, but worth a shot. Yeah, no.
Iris here asked, are we still in Chinatown? Because that's a given, especially if you're not Asian. That's a given. Okay. Never laughing. Did someone say talisman?
Talisman. Such a good show. Hey, baby.
Nice lanterns there, baby.
Let's see. That's a good suck alley.
Put that in a newspaper ad.
Plenty
We
of
got
great.
some good suck alleys around here. Plenty of room to get your suck on without getting noticed. Right outside the importer-exporters. So you know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy?
Ah. Okay, so that was the door then.
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, alright.
No. Not Zao.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
If I could just.
These guys are fucking everybody's shit
The
up.
most dangerous guy in the whole group is the guy with the knife.
Yeah.
The guns aren't that bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the store clerk. Creepy store clerks is a given in Chinatown. Fair.
shielded you from gunfire.
That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
Christ. Really, the best thing is just trance. As cool as the other abilities are, going in for the suck. It's really just the best thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I could probably go.
Gone. This game really makes you feel like you suck. Hey, Gil, welcome to chat.
Just sucking. Don't mind us.
Getting our suck on as usual.
No. You get suck.
The Big Friday Suckathon.
Yes. Willkommen, willkommen. Or as they say in England, welcome.
They do say that.
Okay. Let's go talk to Ding Dong. Did you die?
Or maybe he left.
Well, that was his gun, so... Can you look up if it's possible to save him?
Okay.
And I am going to retire to the bathroom. I wish I could leave you with a sick dance, but unfortunately I cannot.
Saving Zao. It's on forums.planetvampire.com. So I'm sure they know what they're talking about. And this site can't be reached. Interesting. Alright, let me just look on the Wikipedia. Zhao can die in the ensuing firefight. So if you just do very well, in theory, you could save Zhao. I don't know if you need to keep Zhao alive, but it should be possible to keep him alive anyways.
What's the verdict?
Well, it says Zhao can die in the firefight. It doesn't say that it's scripted, though, so...
Alright, so I'll just try again.
Yeah.
I
don't know how difficult it is, but I assume that if you just kill faster, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Do you need Zhao to be alive? Or do you
Well, I don't want to do a shitty job, you know?
Yeah. You're a good worker in that way.
I guess, I might as well make...
You're gonna do a job, do it right.
Yeah, might as well make more money, so I thought I would sell my extra guns and tire iron. Keep my katana handy in case I need
you're
it.
gonna need that for later.
Yes. I should probably use it in the fight, actually.
Oh, I guess you could.
I'll do a decent amount of damage. Sangs. There it is. The communist soldier over here. Okay. Yeah, so I was looking at the mechanics of like making a Simisi, who would let's see your inventory. Who would be beautiful instead of some kind of like horrible flesh abomination.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll hang on to that. So don't pick one of those up in the fight.
I guess the vampire that has studied the blade.
While you were too busy sucking.
Getting a massage. The massage parlor, I was studying the blade.
2- to dexterity. Huh. Can't sell. Wonder what that's even for. Right. So 5 is trance. Yeah, it's not great. I don't know how useful blood salvo is. It seems to have very short range. Although, I suppose I could just put a point into like blood explosion, right? Blood boil. I need 1 more experience. Oh, 1 target? That's so bad. Mass suicide would be a lot better. But it's kind of rare that you need anything more extreme than just blood salvo. This is a case where it would be useful. Now, how did I get there? Is it... Man, I wish celerity wasn't a Masquerade violation. And that I had it.
Yeah. Well, at least there's a giant sign on the side of the building to get back to imports and exports.
So yeah, I was looking at what it would take to make a Simisi that wasn't like a giant freak, who was like trying to make themselves more beautiful, and it would take 5 successes that would you'd have to roll a 10-sided die and roll 10 5 times, right? So you could like feasibly get a check of 8, like 8 dice in the pool, but of course 1s take away one success, right? So you're like equally likely to get those. So the way the book tells you to do it, or like the way the book says you kind of have to do it, is to use willpower points, which you spend for automatic successes, but to get those points back you have to do stuff like story related, like play nice with the rest of your party or something. They're not like guaranteed to come back. It'll be like you can pick like a trait that's like, oh, when you seduce someone you get a willpower point or something, but
yeah.
So you could start off with like 5 willpower points easily enough, and then give yourself like a rank for free basically, and get yourself up to 6, which is like supernaturally beautiful. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could just be a character that just like goes around seducing people and upgrading your appearance and having no real benefit to the rest of the party. And just only flesh crafting in the most useless way. And just eventually rise your appearance above what is normally possible in the system. To what end, I don't know. But if you have failures, right? Like if you fail the roll, you can't just try the roll over and over again. If you fail the roll, you lower your appearance permanently, and then I don't know what permanently is supposed to mean. Use Zhao. Where do I find Johnny? What are you gonna do now? Okay. Oh, I guess Blood Shield. Should have gone on the other side of him, but... Okay. Do not shoot at him.
Oh yeah, you should.
Still firing, so he's still alive. This guy's stuck under here. I guess I'll fill up on him.
Nice.
Okay. And is he? Yeah, he's still up there. Okay. The ASMR of picking up items.
Yeah, right. It's all delayed too.
These would be wonderful stairs to roll glass bottles down. Still think that's so funny you told your stream about that.
Celebrity build. It's looking like a Kill Bill scene in here. Yes, it is. Fully equipped with katana.
His morphine bottle just like disappeared without me being able to pick it up. Oh well. Now, are we not going to talk about your whole shark thing going on? I guess it's just... Alright, let's go slap down an F8 and the blood shield, and then... what's that? The first person to sheath? Okay. Where the fuck is the door? Thought I entered, like, around here, but... Okay. The SMG is entirely useless. Celebrity build. Oh, the Samisi just like making themselves more beautiful for no particular benefit. Constantly plastic surgerying themselves.
That sounds about right.
You could just you could pick whatever that trait is that gives you a willpower for seducing someone, and then waste everyone's time by constantly seducing people and upgrading your stat points. And then once you're at, like, I guess, I don't know, is there a max stats? I suppose there wouldn't be. The character sheet has up to 8, but I know it's supposed to go beyond that if you're like an elder vampire. Like, you can't use experience to get any higher than 8, but that doesn't mean it can't go higher than 8. You could just become more and more beautiful with all of your successes. And it only takes 5 each time, which is, like, insurmountable. But with enough quests, if you just save all your willpower, you could just, every quest or so, you might have enough, or 2 quests or something, you might have enough to just increase your stat point by 1. So is this Maul katana shitty as the legends foretold? So it's not the best melee weapon, but they keep it from you for a really long time. But then very soon you're going to have the option to get a branch trimmer, which is much better but looks much dumber. So $7 to sell a Mac 10.
I'll give you $7. This is a remote web camera. I've never seen such technology before.
It's funny, Mac 10s have like come up in my conversations like way more than I ever thought they would. But like a lot of people, whenever I mention 3D printing, they want to talk about like, oh yeah, the news told me about 3D printed guns, and then like what they mean to say is like, I would like you to act like I am smart. And I think that it would be easier for everybody if they just said that. Because then I'll often make this mistake of like responding to things that people say, and then they get upset because it's not just like clapping. It's like someone was like, oh yeah, 3D printed guns, you know, that'll be really dangerous, everyone's going to die from ghost guns. And then I have to tell them that like, well, we've had really easy to make guns forever. Like that's why there's so many like gang shootings with Mac 10s, is because they're stamped out of a sheet of sheet metal. Like you just stamp it. That's why they're called stamped guns. So they make them in shitty warehouses in the ghetto, and then like, you know, they're garbage and they like jam a lot, but they exist and they're fully automatic. It's just, you know, to make a 3D printed gun, you have to have more skill than I have, which is to say a lot of skill at 3D printing. So you need to be a skilled individual, and if you're a skilled individual, you could already use a lathe to make a regular like AK-47 or something out of metal, which would be much more practical than plastic.
Perseer asks what or what?
It's funny you have to wait until Chinatown to buy a Japanese sword, but you know.
Yeah, it is very goofy.
Reminds me of the time we talked about it in like one of those "Am I the Asshole" videos, but it's like that one of my friend's exes who was like, "Oh man," I was like, "Oh yeah, I can't decide what like flavor I want of ice cream or something," and then she's like, "Oh, tell me about it. I had a year of school where I dated a different guy every week." It's like,
yeah, it's totally the same thing.
and I was like, "Anyway, ice cream," and she's like, and then she repeats the same thing because like I didn't react to it enough. And it's like, God damn it, dude! Like, what? I was like, okay, I you know, I get it. You sucked a lot of cock. I get it. My friend's dating a whore. This is a terrible mistake. I don't know how to help him. What do you want? The back of a noodle shop. Hangiyuka's name is Zygana, and he entertains clients at the Red Dragon. What? Is that true? I thought he was in the import-export thing. Did I skip a step of the quest? I'm supposed to go to the Red Dragon now? I think Chinatown is the worst area.
Oh, really?
The quests are fine, but the area is like it has such like worse ambiance.
It's got nice visuals though.
What are you talking about? Are you using it?
Oh.
Don't worry, he won't be coming after you or anyone once he's found.
No, I just want to talk. It's like the meme of Peter Griffin loading the shotgun. I just want to talk to him. Well, I'm a very serious sucker.
Oh. You.
Hello.
Yep. Sucky, sucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's some good blood.
And she kept on bringing it up too, like later to try and like rationalize herself, and it was like, no, dude, she's kind of a slut. And then like,
People have different flavors too, and I sucked them all.
and she was like, oh, my mom just said that I have a hard time making up my mind ever since I was a kid, and it's like, listen, your mom's a whore, you're a whore, and this is going to be a gigantic mistake that I'm going to laugh about with my friend later, but we're not laughing, man.
Yeah.
So just pretend.
Maybe as an adult, you shouldn't still be acting like a child.
Yeah. That is a problem when people are allowed to act like children when they're having, like, sex.
Yes.
It's like such a goddamn catastrophe. Now, that's a noodle sign. Why shouldn't I assume that a noodle shop is right there, especially when there is a door?
Yeah,
that is not the noodle shop. The noodle shop...
Or is that supposed to be like the back door or
ramen.
something?
Ramen in Chinatown. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, sure, okay. Whatever.
It seems like...
Oh, it's locked.
It's locked? It seems like they really should have just made, like, Little Japan.
Yeah.
Japantown.
Oh, that door's open, though. Is that the back door?
I don't know what this is.
Oh, hey.
Did I walk in on a different quest than I thought? You guys have very loud sounding guns. That excites me.
You didn't see anything. Because you're dead.
Ome wo mo shinderu. Oi. Yes. Give me cult anacondas. Yeah, baby. Are you feeling lucky, punk? Oh, this is the...
The eyeballs.
Well, whatever. The game says
Might as well.
The game says I'm as moral as it comes, so...
No need to question my morality. I got eyes.
Difficulty 10? Well.
America should have got Japan down instead of Chinatown, says Chaos Match 64.
Yeah. Nani?
Nani?
Yeah. It's like the same thing when someone wants to, like, correct your grammar. It's that, like, thing where they don't really want you to, like, engage in a discussion about grammar. They're just like, it's not that hard. I'm right and you're wrong. It's like, well, You're kind of wrong and I'm right, but that's okay.
That's okay, because you don't have the emotional maturity to deal with being wrong.
It's like, especially when people take like a really hard swing and they miss, it's like I'll say, that is literally retarded, and they're like, do you know what literally means? And it's like, I do, but I get the feeling we're gonna have a real fun conversation about it. It's like, do you know what exaggeration means? Man.
Yeah.
The fish market. First, you need to tell Yuki. I need to go into the noodle shop. The front of the noodle shop is where she is, but that was locked. I don't think it's supposed to be. Which is why it was a difficulty 0. And she's not here, and I can't steal her katana. Is it because I did another quest that interferes? So it's the same door. So I'm thinking the issue is that I'm doing this other quest for Freaky Eye Guy.
Oh.
It's the White Cloud. Is that the freaky guy? So I guess I complete this quest and then she'll reappear. My grandma used to tell me never to trust the Chinese. What was your grandma's...
Never trust this guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, don't trust this fucking guy.
Here are the eyes.
Don't trust a guy with bichromatic eyes who talks like that, especially when one eye is bloodshot and has like yellow in it. $150
For stealing someone's eyes? I could make more money on YouTube.
No. A poor translation?
Oh, so that locking
Yeah.
place something in.
Right.
Okay. Rather than take something out. I didn't understand at first, then I learned about the CCP and was like, oh, okay, that's why. In response to the
What's your
grandmother
grandmother's...
saying don't trust the Chinese.
What's your grandmother's ethnicity?
If you may be so bold to ask.
I feel like, well, I mean, if her grandmother's giving like race advice, it's probably like the rhetorical position is probably from a position of having a race, right?
Alright, what do you think? No? Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, whatever. I guess I'm playing the game. Might as well. Sure.
Bad luck talisman. Does it actually cause you to have bad luck of some kind?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it'll tell you in your inventory. Okay. Doesn't seem to list anything.
It doesn't say. Hey, buddy. You go lay down? Over on the couch? No.
Learning how evil a CCP is really makes me mad that they should have been dealt with a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Certainly wasn't a bad thing when America was like, communism is bad.
Why does everyone open doors by kicking them open?
Literally everyone.
They're effective, right? Which is...
Pharmacist says, oh, we are white. Her brother married a Japanese woman who would share insight as to why the Chinese aren't to be trusted. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I was curious, like, what specific variety of
Chinese
like...
and Japanese definitely hate each other.
Because, like, white isn't really an ethnicity, it's like a race.
Right. Well, he's just saying
it's
that's
like,
why she would
because
tell
if you're
him
like...
not to trust the Chinese.
Right,
she had.
right, but there's certain... It's like, if you're like Greco-Bactrian or something, it'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't trust the Chinese if I was Greco-Bactrian.
This guy keeps on coming back to life. What's up with that?
I don't know. But this is like a combat area, so you can literally just come in here, kill whoever you want, and just...
That was mine. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go away. No, just hang on a second. I don't even think you can hurt me. What damage does that do?
A fat guy's kick. It just like pings off of you.
I don't even have that much stamina, do I? Oh, I do have a lot of stamina. I forgot I put points in there. Yeah, you're not gonna really... What other countries would have a problem? I mean, mostly every other country in China would have a problem with China, right? Oh, I did some damage.
Oh, look at him go.
I don't know if you could outpace my regeneration, though. Like, China buys garbage from the United States with telling us that they'll recycle it, and then they dump it off the shore of other countries next to them that they don't like. Like, they purposely pollute the beaches of other, like Thailand and, like, all these other countries just to ruin their beaches so they can't have people vacation there, to decrease the GDP of other countries nearby. Like, it's just, like, economic combat.
Straight up just evil.
Yeah, it's like...
They're very, very bad.
And, like, a common, like, manufacturing practice they have is just, like, giving people, like, ingredient X. And they're like, get rid of ingredient X into your products. And it's like, what is ingredient X? And it's like, you're not allowed to ask. And that's why there was poison. Well, how about... I don't... Yeah, I mean...
You don't want to fight that guy, I assume.
I don't feel compelled to violence. He's right. I am in the wrong. I am cursing him.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
I don't know. Some guy gave me $150 and asked me to do it, so... See, my grandma, great aunt, and uncle were right. Hey, winning much? Hell yeah. China is like a spoiled brat on steroids. Yet the Western world has to meet the net neutral agenda set up by our governments. Oh yeah, and then China just pollutes it all.
All of this stuff, though, is all stuff that's being declared during, like, the death throes of, like, the left, you know? Not that, like, things are very dangerous in their death throes. Obviously, it's not like... It's not like there's nothing to worry about. I'm just saying, like, there's these like really long-term goals they're declaring that like I don't like a leftist government isn't going to exist for very long. Like they're already like cracking under the pressure of like the people they're governing. Like the Netherlands, they tried to put a law that would cause all the dairy farmers to have to kill like 30% of their cows, so just make 30% less money with no financial like incentive. It was just like you have to because the environment. And it's like you literally want me to be poorer and not be able to afford my family. So they showed up at government buildings with weapons, and then they were like, "Oh, never mind. These like ignorant people. So we're just not going to do it for now until people. We're gonna like propagandize a little longer." And it's like you're never gonna convince people to make 30% less money and be able to buy 30% less toys for their kids and eat 30% less food. You're never going to be able to do it. Like no one's it doesn't work.
Gil says the Democratic Party has become a veil for the commies that have overtaken it.
And then
kind of seems like they would blow up the earth just to gain more power.
And then the UK was trying to do some like super crazy shit. The 15-minute cities where they were like they were installing.
Yeah, well, they're trying to do that in Hawaii now, right?
Well, worse than that. That's a whole another thing. But so they were putting up cameras throughout England as like the first step in setting up 15-minute cities. And these cameras would eventually be used to fine people a certain amount for going a certain distance from their house because of environmentalism. And so they would put up locked gates to prevent people from traveling more than 15 minutes out of these 15-minute districts throughout like England. Like you couldn't go on vacation, you couldn't visit someone in another part of the city. You would be locked into your section, and you need a pass, you need special permission to travel.
It's the most 1984 shit.
Yeah. So the UK's response to it was to vandalize most of the cameras. Like it was like 80% of the cameras have been destroyed.
Rightfully so.
And there's like a map that shows you like the live, like which cameras are active. Yeah. And it was like they were showing that to show like, oh, look at all our progress, but there's a bunch of them that are like off, and it's just like, it's like a scoreboard for people. Like it's like, where should we go to destroy more cameras? And the police aren't protecting the cameras. Yeah. The police either don't care or they're not funded enough because cops bad or something.
In the UK, yeah, they have like different layers of police. The normal police don't carry around any guns or anything. They just have like batons and tasers.
Right.
So they can't really do anything. But then you have to like call for the actual well-funded real police for when there's a real problem.
Death row seems like the left is very powerful. Yeah, but they're dying. If for no other reason than like the next generation is extremely far right.
Yes.
More far right than any other generation in history. Like, it's 87% is conservative or identifies as conservative in the U.S. Then in 1 year the UK had a doubling of conservatives. Like it was whatever percentage was.
Well, I mean that's what happens. You get the cultural reaction to the extremism.
So then people are growing up. They're coming out of high school super far right, and then people get more far right as they get older. So it's not like that generation is going to decrease in. It's not like with leftism where it fades away. So you want people to die early.
Yeah.
Conservatism, like rightism or whatever you call it, they're into people growing old. They don't want people to just overdose and die. So you have like a much larger, healthier population on the right. Like if you don't get people to die early, then
What are you looking at? You trying to get over there?
Stupid dog.
Stupid doggo.
I guess I'll put your bangs in a. All right, well, so I can see you.
Ah.
You're right.
That's better.
It's fair. Let's go.
Try.
All right. Well, don't count on me showing up because I don't know if the fuck I'm going. Oh, do I need suck? I do. I am a little short. Let's stop off at the Red Dragon.
A little suck. Just a little.
There's a little topping off.
Yeah. A little licking suck.
And then on top of that, like, you know, people in general are just less concerned with being called racist. Like, it's kind of assumed in a lot of circles.
It doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
You just use it so much.
It's kind of assumed that if you're called a racist, you're probably a good person that, like, the establishment doesn't like.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, like, the tools of the, like, most of their power comes from convincing people, like, white people that the highest form of nobility is to be, like, anti-racist, to be anti-Nazi or whatever. But as people start to realize that's kind of not, like, it's kind of all bullshit, they start to lose a lot of, like, influence. And, yeah. Stuff is still a problem. I would still not want to live in a blue area, assuming that it would just flip red. I intend on moving someplace very based, because I think that'll just be the safest and healthiest place to raise kids. My experience with the left is it feels so bad. It always feels bad. All their, like, stuff is always just, like, designed to make you feel bad. Like, I was, like, talking to my cousin, like, in you know, in, like, designing, in, like, researching stuff for fantasy and whatever. Oh, Zao Imports is not the fish place, but I think the fish place is around here, right? In, like, designing stuff for fantasy, researching stuff or whatever, I came across the fact that blue eyes help you to see in the dark better, whereas red eyes... oh, she does have, like, a half shirt. Huh. I guess it's the bar that was, like, covering it up. So, like, blue eyes will help you to see in the dark, whereas brown eyes help you to see in the sun, etc. Like, different amounts of, like, filtering out sunlight. So, like, Germans living in the Schwarzwald, the Black Forest, right? They would be in lower light conditions a lot of the time, so blue eyes would be much more advantageous, etc. And when I was going through school, you know, in, like, social studies, I was taught, oh, well, you know, the Nazis were wrong. It's not the white people that were superior. They're inferior because brown eyes are bad, or brown eyes are good, I mean. And you get sunburn, right? You get sunburn for having lighter skin. But in reality, it's, like, much more nuanced than that. Lighter skin lets you absorb more vitamin D, and you know, you can see in the dark and stuff. And I told this to my cousin who has blue eyes. I was like, oh, you know, you can see in the dark better than me. And it, like, you know, it seemed to, like, remove a layer of sort of, you know, I saw him, like, you know, just stand up a little straighter and feel, you know, it was like this thing that, like, kind of, he just always assumed it was a bad thing to have blue eyes, and he'd always, like, a little bit, like, insecure about having blue eyes. Like, you know, I have brown eyes, so I was, like, researching for this book, right? I'm writing a character that has blue eyes, and so I'm asking, you know, people with blue eyes that I know, I'm like, oh, what's it like? How is, like, the sun brightness on you? Like, what does it feel like? How much brightness is too much brightness? Because I want to be as accurate as I can for this character, right? As for any character. And so, and like, a lot of people get, like, insecure or uncomfortable about it because they, too, learned in school that they're supposed to feel bad about their eyes being blue because Nazis thought they were good, and so, you know, anti-Nazi equals good according to the left. And that is just that's, like, just a random example of, like, a fact that just is cancerous to your mentality, that you just... Oh, she's... so she's just gonna... Now, out of curiosity, I must know, is she vulnerable to trance? Okay, never mind. Just thought I'd check. Vampire hunters, or, like, monster hunters, are supposed to be immune to stuff that's, like, very simple like that. Get my blood strike ready. The reason I'm waiting here is I just wanted Trisha to be able to see the shark monster. This is the most intricate model in the game that I remember. I remember being shocked they put in all this effort because I'm so used to Bethesda games being like very bangs are based.
Oh,
You think-
yeah, because
you
you kept
think-
the bangs in instead of the regular one.
You think those bangs are based?
Fuck yeah, man.
It's related to her boob size for some reason, if you'd notice.
Yeah, because they both have the physics. Both separated from the body.
I don't even know if she has physics on her bangs. I don't know if it's physics. It's some kind of thing where it's like
Oh, it's some kind of separated.
separated entity.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I bet coattails would be the same thing. Question: why are we doing eye shaming in schools in the first place? Because the teacher was taught that she could be more moral as a white person by shaming other white people.
Yeah, I literally got taught the same thing when they
Yeah.
talk about World War II and they talk about the Nazis and they're like, oh, they thought like blue eyes were superior, but actually brown eyes are superior. So a bunch of dummies.
It's also like a total lie because the Nazis considered anyone who was like broadly white, like Caucasian, considered them to be Aryan, even though the Aryans were blonde hair, blue eyed. They mixed with like, what was it, Western hunter gatherers or something, or maybe I'm fucking up the timelines or something. But it's not there. The definition of being Aryan wasn't necessarily related to being blonde.
Pharmacist says, I have blonde hair and blue eyes. My 8th grade English teacher pointed out to class how I was the Nazi ideal. This was before wokeism really got its hooks in.
Except Slavs, which they did not consider human. That is also a lie. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying that's like a widely distributed falsehood that in order to try and make the Nazis like ideals like seem like less logical or whatever. But yeah,
Right.
there are I was asking a friend about that because I saw a very confusing, like Lindy Beige had a video where he was like talking about how the Ukrainians should have the Nazis should have allowed the Ukrainians to fight the Russians, and I was confused because I was like, they did fight. There were weren't they SS divisions or something? And I was asking my friend, he was like, oh yeah, that's like a thing, and he was explaining like I don't know, it'd be better to ask him than me, but they had everyone register with their like race or whatever, and then all the people that were like Slavic in the occupied territories had a thing next to their name that would say Aryan. So they did consider them to be white. So
He says, I am Slav. They really did not.
convenient isn't the word I would use. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I don't like that laugh. Ding dong, motherfucker.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
Trying to fight this guy with melee attacks is like the worst.
Well, you're doing decent damage, so.
Yeah, DPS king over here.
Yeah, why even bother going melee? Especially when you have this nice bait drawing all the aggro for you. I love how the skirt flips up every time she falls over, just whoop!
Sweet. Wow, bet you're glad that thing didn't have tentacles. Jesus Christ. Now he's fin-ished? Huh. Okay, well, you fight now, I guess is... Okay.
Nice. Yum yum. It's so much fish.
Hmm.
Is there anything else in here, or? I guess not.
Yeah, I guess it's just the fish market. I guess it's supposed to be a squid head.
Wow, that's a lot of slidey.
I guess it would be slimy, but I don't know. It seems like it'd be too heavy to move like that.
Why the fuck is he a hammerhead?
I guess because it looks cool?
Yeah, I don't know. I suppose it's a design choice. Well, anyway, you recently finished your editing your YouTube video.
I did
about-
indeed.
Yes. So, should we be ending the stream soon and premiering that for the stream after party?
I suppose we could.
Want to hear about that?
I guess we gotta get to sleep soon.
Yeah, getting around that time, and I'm excited to see how your video turned out.
So we place the talisman.
Oh yeah, do you want to cash in on your reward on the talisman thing?
I think we should end in the asylum with the sickest song in the entire game.
Isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
And I'm sorry if I speak with any inaccuracies. I only have, the information I have. If there's more nuance or whatever.
Yeah. The world wars in general is very odd because, like, our coverage of it is filled with a lot of propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
Especially World War II. There's so much American propaganda around World War II that has, like, sank its teeth into American culture even now.
Yeah.
Like, basically being bigoted against Germans is just, like, very normal in America.
Even now, it's like,
Yeah, even now. It's, like, so long after it doesn't matter. People are just very happy to hate a specific ethnicity, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't expect you to be affected by it.
Those are quite some balloons you got on you, baby. Is this going to be a quick stream? Well, I don't think it was that quick. We've been streaming for 2 hours.
I think 1.5 is really the way to go. They look so unnatural. Oh no, that's not that bad. What's outside? I gotta fix the AI in here at some point. I don't understand why it broke.
Yeah, I don't know.
It seems like something that should just like automatically reset.
Places you can find out a lot about the world wars, the events leading up to it, and the people involved.
Yeah, It's interesting because like depending on your history teacher, you learn a whole lot of like very conflicting information.
Yes.
And like I had one history teacher, the one like pair of history teachers, I guess, and a lot of the information they told me, along with like an AP Euro class, it was very different from what I'd heard other times. It was a lot more accurate to the truth as I would like research more into World War II. But I don't know. I think a lot of World War II gets like confused with like cartoon villains.
Yeah.
Anyway, Let me. Yeah, we have some plans tomorrow, so we gotta get to sleep like sort of early-ish.
Yes. Have tons of fun tomorrow. Hanging out with friends, based friends.
Indeed.
On a double date, living our best lives, double dating.
Now, let me. So I've got a video I'm premiering on just the not the specifically the topic I was just talking about, like not World War II, but so there was that Shadiversity drama. I don't know if you'd call it drama, but
yeah, it's kind of drama-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like well, I don't know why I'm rehashing the. I you can just watch the video.
Like,
you know?
I don't like Shadiversity anymore because I found out what his politics are.
Yeah, basically that. It was Scala Gladiatoria. It was like he wrote a letter to his fans entitled, "I hope this will appease you," and he's cutting his ties with another YouTuber, Shadiversity, because Shadiversity is a dad, I guess. I don't know. He had a conversation with Sargon of Akkad about the joys of fatherhood, and
that was enough, apparently.
That was catastrophic.
It'll do the countdown when you publish it, so there's time to.
Yeah. So anyway, let me. So I'll throw the link in chat, and hopefully you'll hop on over to the after party. I'll be there in chat, and hope to see you there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and listening to me ramble.
See you at the after party.
If I have upset any of you with my ignorance, I apologize. And yeah, catch you guys in the after party, hopefully. Let me publish that, copy that, and then
there we go.
Boom. Hopefully that's the right link. Yes. Okay.
Check out the link, peoples.
Catch you guys next time.